Hey guys, it's Drummond. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know whenever I'm posting my next video. So today's video is going to be a little bit awkward for me. So if you guys haven't already watched some of my other videos where I kind of talk about subjects like this, you know that I was brought up with a very Christian background. So I wasn't really taught any of this stuff until maybe I got into college. So this one, I actually remember the first time when someone asked me if I was into rimming. And I honestly thought that it was something dealing with cars just because I knew that cars had rims. I was just like, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so rimming. Rimming is pretty much when a guy goes down on another guy. I guess maybe straight people can do it. I don't know if straight people do that, but it's pretty much when you're licking another guy down there. So yeah, so I will say that for me, that is something, if any of you guys know me, you know that I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. I'm a little bit OCD when it comes to germs. And for me to have my mouth down there, that means that I really, really like you or I'm really, really turned on. So I feel like when you're turned on, it's your brain just forgets about all those types of things like germs and all of that stuff, just because you are just so turned on. So I've definitely done it. I will tell you right now that when it comes to doing it, and then once I have gotten off, my brain goes right back to normal mode and it's like, oh my God, I've got to wash my mouth out. So I've dated a couple people who are really into it, and I feel like it's just not my thing. If you enjoy it, then go right ahead. If it's something that you like, go for it. If your sexual partner isn't for it, I would say don't push it. I've told this story several times in other videos, but one of my first boyfriends, he actually really wanted me to give him a rim job, and I was just not for it at all. I'd never done it before. And the idea of sticking my tongue in someone's butthole, I was just like, nope, not happening. So one day when I was at work, he decided to go to a sex shop and get some chocolate stuff to paint over his butthole because he thought that painting his butthole was going to make it look more appealing to me. So what color is chocolate? Brown. So when I got home, he actually had a friend come pick me up because at the time we only had one car. So he had a friend come pick me up and drop me off at the house. And I come home and I'm just like, why the hell did he not pick me up? And I walk into the bedroom and he's just like laying there with chocolate all over his hole. And I'm just like, oh my God. So the first thing that my brain goes to is it looks like he's literally just shat all over himself. Honestly, at that time, I hadn't dealt with baby diapers, but now that I have a nephew and I've dealt with baby diapers, that's the thought that came to my mind. I was just sick to my stomach, and we got in a huge fight about it. So honestly, one reason why I don't really like guys down there is because I am so afraid of just farting in someone's face. So I feel like that's something, because you have to kind of loosen your butt when someone's down there, because if you've got it really tight, they're not getting in there. And usually that's what I end up doing. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not happening. But you've got to loosen it up. So that just kind of lets it to where maybe you could just possibly let something go. And that would be extremely embarrassing, especially if it was a first time thing where you're just rimming for the first time and you just fart in someone's face. Maybe some people are into that, but definitely not me. If someone ever did that to me, I'd probably die. And yeah, you just bury me because I'm not coming back from that. But yeah, so when it comes to rimming, if that's something that you're interested in, there's probably tons of videos on YouTube talking about it. But yeah, I had a couple people actually suggest that I make this video when I did a poll on Instagram. So here I am talking about something extremely awkward for me. I was actually in a sexual education class when I worked for the Charlottesville Health Department, and it was in Richmond at one of the VCU centers for sexual health. And we had this sheet, and maybe I'll find it somewhere in my room. My room's just got clutter everywhere, books everywhere. But there's this list of all these different things that people do sexually, and we kind of had to list whether or not it was something that someone could contract an STI from. And this old lady beside me, she was from Lynchburg, which is like the Christian capital of the world. And she like looks over me and she's like, so what is rimming? And I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to have to explain to this grandma what rimming is. And there were so many things on that list that I really didn't know. I actually have a friend that wants to kind of grab that list with me and just kind of go over some of the things where they kind of have me guess what they are. So I'm not going to do any research into them. I'm just going to give my best answers for that, but hopefully you guys are excited about that video. It's going to come up here hopefully before 2020. But yeah, so rimming is just one of those things that some people are into it and some people are not. If you are, I guess you've got to find someone else who's also into it, especially if it's something that's just like really, really important to you. I know that I have had past experiences, and I mean, it does feel good in some cases, but honestly, I feel like I'm sitting there just like sweating and I'm just nervous and definitely not turned on. It might feel good, but I'm just thinking of like, oh my God, whatever you do, do not fart in this person's face. And for me, honestly, when it comes to like doing it for a guy, like it has to be like right out of the shower and he's like has to like soap up and like really clean in there, because if my tongue hits anything that doesn't taste like it's supposed to, like I'm going to start gagging, and I feel like that would be a really awkward response for someone that you're trying to make love to or just have sex with, whatever you want to call it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this awkward video of me talking about rimming. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And like I said before in all my other videos, check me out on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Got all of those, do different things on all of them, like the polls I've got. I'm doing a poll soon that's going to be talking about what videos you guys want me to do for the month of December. I'm also going to leave a link down below where I'm giving away some of my merch. All you have to do is answer a few questions in the survey and give me your address and shirt size, and I will be sending out some merch for the Christmas or holiday time. I celebrate Christmas. I'm sure there's some of you guys out there that celebrate other holidays. Don't want to leave you guys out, but definitely go check that link out, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.